first of all, the way it started, in October of 2015, almost 4 years ago now, I was here at Sierra Club, John Dawson was here, and we got to talking about the city farm because we knew that the prisoners had been moved out and we were worried about what was going to happen. The next month, a few of us got together and we started, eventually we created the Citizens for Riverview Farm Park.
Amen.
Next slide, please. Now, of course, it got the name Riverview because it was supposed to include the river, the riverfront. And you can see in this outline here, it's kind of a roughly outline, but the outer yellow line is the outer boundary. HRSD has this part inside it. And it also was to include the former Minchfield dump, landfill, up there in the right corner there. So, and the marina, city farm. And the fact is, all of this used to be the city farm. And when they decided in the 90s to make it a park, they still had prisoners down by the river, so they had to keep that separate. But it was supposed to be done, actually it was supposed to be done more than 20 years ago. They were supposed to be moved out in the 90s, but that never happened. Let's go on to the next slide. This, of course, is a great aerial view of the area. And you can see the Minchfield High School's up here. The main parking areas here with the playground, picnic areas, HRSD, gymnastic center, and here's the gate going into the city farm.
What is HRSD?
HRSD is the Hampton Road Sanitation District. So that's the sewage. So, but anyway, as you can see, this is heavily developed residential areas. You go farther over to Warwick, then it becomes commercial. On the other side, Jefferson, it's heavily commercial. It's the main shopping area, Patrick and Henry area, and the Oyster Point area. So we were fortunate in a way that there was this city farm that kept it from being developed all these years. And now it's really the only substantial piece of land on the river that could be a park north of Hilton area, actually. Because there's Huntington Park. If you're talking about waterfront parks with beaches, there's Lincoln Park, Huntington Park, and then this could be one. But there's nothing else up in this area that's really substantial that could be a park on water. Let's go on. The only place you can actually legally get down to the river is on this pier. You go down a little path next to the HRSD fence, and you get to this little pier, go on to the next. And it's a nice little pier, and you can see lovely view from there. And there's a beach. Now, I've seen people on the beach, they aren't supposed to be on that beach, but that's about the only beach. And a few years ago, I went out in a boat I started up on the Lloyd River and went down to James River to the pier there at Huntington Park and took videos, and you can imagine how many huge houses with piers, private piers, and of course the country club, all these things along the river, but not much as far as what the general public can use. Okay, keep going. When you go back there, you feel like you get away from the city. And this is, you're looking now from close to where the gate is to the city farm, up toward Mitchell Road. To the right, the next one here. This is the brick barn that was torn down October 3 years ago. And go on, you can see, keep going. That's what they did to it. And we won't discuss why they did it, but we can pretty much assume they wanted to get developed done as soon as possible. Okay, next one. Now, I'm going to skip over a lot of things because we don't have a lot of time. But I will say what happened shortly after that barn was torn down. The city had this secret meeting, well, it was a closed meeting, we won't call it secret, we'll call it a closed meeting. And the only reason the public found out about it was a reporter at the Daily Press. And there was a developer that came in, and that developer was represented by one of these speakers here. 26 people spoke on that night, and this was spontaneously, December 13th. Imagine trying to get all these people out that right before Christmas to speak, but this was spontaneous. Most of these people just came out on their own. And 25 out of 26 spoke against any kind of development there. And the one for development was one of the partners or employees of the development. The next one. So, going on with the 2018, because we have to skip over a lot now. 2018, we really got involved. We decided that there was an election coming up, and by that time we had gone to so many city council meetings and other things that we actually asked each candidate. There were 14 candidates running for either mayor or a city council seat, and each one agreed to come and talk to our board members. So each of these pictures represents one of those candidates, 14 of them. And then we put that on the website. So we didn't endorse anybody, but we made it clear if they signed our petition. So keep going. Not signed the petition. We put that on it. And that's other comments they had made. Keep going.
No,
Neighbors, of course.
Go back.
Go back, you're going to see
That's
Dave.
David Jenkins.
And he was
He
endorsed
signed
by
it.
the Sierra Club. So we put that if you were endorsed by the, so keep going. And so just keep going. So we put that on the website, and we went to the various candidate forums and had questions. A lot of the questions came out in those forums. Now, as a result of that election, we got Dave. So that was an improvement in what was there before, definitely. That's all I'll say about that. But City of Newport News future land use map. That was the next issue, the comprehensive plan. Now the comprehensive plan, first it went through this committee that had meetings, and then for a time they didn't have meetings, and then they started up having meetings again. But after they came up with something, they sent it on to the Planning Commission. Well, what the future land use map says is what they want each parcel in the city to be in the future. It may not be that now. Go to the next. So what they did, this is the city farm. This is actually what it looked like as far as zoning. Green for parkland. Now go to the next. Let's close up the next one. Okay, this is what they did. Somebody on the line put this striped section in and called it understudy designation. There's no such standard use of the term understudy for land classification. But what we did, we went to those meetings, and we had more people going to those meetings than came to that first council meeting that I told you about. And go to the next. And so the Planning Commission recommended, there were 7 members there that day, and all of them voted to send it on to the city council with the future land use of that land being parkland. And to the next. So we got good headlines from the Daily Press. Thank you. And just keep going. But the next thing was city council, and that was a big question because we had gotten some opposition from some people on city council and some indifference from some others. We had at least a couple, 2 or 3 that we thought we could count on, pretty much. But we weren't so sure. We'll keep going. Bitter fight is what was suggested, and keep going. But we took time to have a little song to sing, but keep going, keep going. So we have this first rally. First rally outside the city hall. You can see Robin there being interviewed by Channel 13. And keep going. And so we had people out there, and again we had sent out emails or put something on Facebook, and these people just came out and joined us. And Tyler was there. And keep going. Yep. Okay, so the next thing was a public hearing at the city council. And, you're never sure how many people can come out, but we had more people, like I said, we had a lot of people at the 2016 meeting, but we had even more at this one come and speak. Keep going. We had, look how, this is in August. Imagine that August is very slack as far as attendance. Keep going, there's 4 days. See, it's packed. Okay, I have a few photos. I don't want to put everything up there because it would take a long time. But you can see we had some young people, we had older people. Stop. So we had young people, we had older people, and people in between speaking about this. We won the vote 5-2. So they kept it in the comprehensive plan, future land use map, as being parkland. Okay? So on Channel 13, they had a nice write-up.